Yeah, nice, nice, nice. I remember listening to this similar song, similar performance, but only Aldi Mula, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of
I
years or
think,
so
yeah.
ago. This was three people here, all seemed to be on similar sounding guitars,
Yeah, I
and
think Bucks or the Spanish speaker.
they were doing their own thing. In the middle, there were a couple of interludes, and you wondered what they were going to do. Then they took another direction. Then it came back to the same place, and it ended also in a similar fashion. It was interesting. It was interesting. Did it have to be so long? I wonder, but it was definitely enjoyable to listen to it nevertheless. And it's about talent at the end of the day. It's a live performance, I think. So it's about displaying your real skill and talents in front of your fans, in front of your audience. So yeah, sometimes you get carried away as an artist, I think. You drift away from the script, you drift away from whatever you was thought you wanted to do before the show. So I felt this is what happened over here, because I felt they lost the plot by the end of it. And whenever you lose the plot, you think, that people don't know. In public speaking, it's a common thing. I've been a public speaking trainer for most of my professional life, more than 24, 25 years, I think now, of experience in public speaking. And one of the things that I know as a public speaking trainer is that, if you're making a speech, if you're making a lecture, if you forget something, your audience really doesn't know you forgot something until you apologize or you show you've forgotten. But it works many a times. This case is true that you actually can get away with it even if you missed out something or if you forgot something from your presentation. But in music, it's not that way. In music, if during a performance you've forgotten what you're supposed to do, this may not be the case here. I'm just giving an example because it's connected to what I'm saying. You've forgotten what you're supposed to do. The audience senses it. Any good music listener, a person who's listened to music, loves music, they sense that you've lost your way. They sense that you're drifting, so to speak, through the performance. So that's what I felt here. As a music listener, it was three talented people for sure. But what were they doing with their talent? Was it supposed to be this way, sound this way? For me, it wasn't a pleasant experience at times listening to it. But yeah, I'll still say, as I said, it's enjoyable.
Sometimes your expectations grow so high due to what is presented in front of you even before it starts that you don't even realize that it wasn't what you were expecting. And you had already made up your mind. When I looked at these three names, John McLaughlin, MEOLA, and PACO de LUCIA, I said, wow, this is going to be an amazing listen. And it was, to a certain extent, it was. 70% I think it was. But there was 30% that was disappointing for me. For this, piece of music that we reacted to just now. There was the lowest point where they reached, and I don't know why, but somebody in the audience...
He said PACO or something. Oh, Al.
I don't know what exactly happened. They completely went low. I don't know. Was that somebody got lost somewhere? What happened? I don't know. And then the audience being very, very supportive, and they tried resurrecting it towards the end of it. They had a direction, and they were going in that, and there was some fantastic thing happening midway in the song or the music, but somewhere they went too deep into it, and maybe it was too difficult to bring it out of it, or I don't know whether they didn't practice before. What happened, I don't know. Fantasia suite was fantastic to a certain extent, but at some point it somebody fell asleep. So that's what it felt like. There are three amazing artists, and that's kind of things that they did on their guitars, and especially box guitar. They were amazing. That literally amazed me, the way they were playing. I couldn't even tell who was playing when. It was that difficult. When it started, I was trying to figure out, okay, this could be MEOLA and this could be John McLaughlin, and I had never even thought of PACO. What exactly was his bit? Not too much, didn't react to him that much here yet. But I did feel they lost it somewhere. They definitely lost it somewhere. Audience being very generous and very supportive. They tried helping to get it back, and it ended on a good note. But there was a low moment in the song.
Yeah. That's it for this one. Goodbye.